Yes, top of the moment to you anywhere where you watch us from. How it be for your side? It's been very splendid. Yeah, and as we take do every Wednesday, Barr the day with us to make sure everything we chook mouth on top things we get to do with the Constitution, with the ground norm, like they call it. So, Barrister Vincent, good morning once again.
Olododo Baba.
How you doing, sir?
Thank you very much.
Well,
God
sir.
bless you. Now, well done for house. So, everybody, we're in a day. God bless you now. Today, now Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. And it's hard. And the last Wednesday of November.
Whoa.
Happy. May God, we thank God, say our life, Siamo. Today, we are talking about the legal side of borrowing. Last week, we talked about legal side of lending. How you go take know whether you have to be a good lender. And how to make sure, say, when you are collecting your money, you no go desperate. You have to know whether you stand the right to your chance to be able to get your money back. Today, now, to talk about the legal side of borrowing. Those who they borrow, how waiting be your right when you they borrow. First and foremost, I go talk, say, if you want borrow, you need to be very careful about how you they borrow. How you they borrow, be say, the terms and conditions when you take borrow. I mean, I don't talk about, say, the lender no get right, blah, 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 blah. No take and go act, say you want to go borrow money from where you go say, okay, anything I like, sign. Anything we like, I go sign. Sometimes you don't know the legalities. That's why don't say because you don't hear me one side last week, talk, say, Mr. Kabiru, don't fit borrow me money, we call it them back. There's some way that documents can be crafted, and there's some way that I can do a transaction that will not be known. You will not be say you take loan. I can do a transaction where we say we go tie them to property or tie them to something commodity. And so when we tie them like that, nobody say they borrow money from me. They say they buy something from me. And then if you say we don't want to pay, they say now obtaining by falsehood, by false pretension. So that's why you have to be very careful about when they go borrow money. And even I don't see people say they go borrow money from, say, even established people. Where we say like nowadays go see your phone, borrow money from this one. Borrow. You get one person where we say
apps, different apps for
apps, borrowing. Even banks. About 4 months ago, I won't send money to one guy. His name is Fakmunda. I won't send money to him. I don't know if I get another Fakmunda for my phone.
Wow.
I can't send my money to under Fakmunda. Only for that second phone to call me, say, ain't see my money, say go back, you don't see a lot. I can't say, na error, make you return the money. You can't touch it. The problem is, say, you don't borrow money from that bank. All those soft loan. So as my money land for that, the bank just tear, pia.
Don't they wait?
The bank just tear. And this one, now say, that you don't even need to go to bank or to borrow that money. Just do for your phone overdraft. You don't even need to go.
Of course.
Just say, I go tell you, say, you no get money for a bank again, but you won't go overdraft. You say yes. Once you don't say yes, go just click the yes and the terms and conditions. So as my money enter that, in fact, it's just clear.
I know so Kale.
I need to get money to give me back again.
For we are.
So that's why you have to.
That's a very difficult one.
Yeah, you have to be very careful when you are going for loan. I mean, don't be too desperate to go and be opening your hand, opening your signing any document. Open your eyes. Anything where you want to sign. Anything where you want to sign. Anything where they give as and particularly so. Make I tell you very well, everybody watch me. Those of you who say, no, but you go borrow the money, they just need guarantor. No, but you borrow money, but they just need guarantor to follow. You have to be very careful. Because if the person will borrow money, no pay them back. You will be guarantor, you go pay them more. Particularly some of you will say, say, for instance, somebody say, make I buy keke na pep for you. Or may I buy keke marwa for you. or bike for you. Make you take and do journey. Make on pay me higher
Instrumental.
inside payment like higher purchase. Now borrowing. Somebody don't lend you the money, can't give you products. Can't talk say you go to pay me back for this product X amount of money plus whatever. And a proper business. That will not be
borrowing. I don't need to be certified.
No.
A licensed person.
Na proper business.
As transaction.
Na transaction. About na borrowing. Now borrowing. So many ideas, so creative way we say you could not say they borrow money, but you know no one call and borrow. But
now that one you buy the cover as a Burnley or Burnley alley.
Oh yes.
Meaning say as you they look say be no get paper to borrow money.
Okay.
The other person too if you do paper.
Of course, that's why some people they think say they're smart, and that's why if they borrow money, open your mind, open your eyes, and very important that you know what you sign. If you sign paper, know what you sign. They don't think say because you don't hear the lawyer don't talk say some paper no correct paper. Even if they sign, open your eyes to know what you sign, because the thing we say. That paper might not be tenable in court, but at least it's an evidence that there was a transaction. It might not be tenable, but there is an evidence say you take money from them. So it can't be say anything can happen from there. And now the second one be say be honorable. Yes, I beg. Be honorable to refund your obligation. Otherwise, it may hurt you. It may hurt even people who be say from that direction. If it get help later, so be honorable. Now,
Barrister, before we go, there's this very trending case, sir, and I want you to quickly help me look out from the legal side, because they've been calling me as part of the Agalu to look into the matter. So I was in Aswani police station last week to help them mediate. Say those of us who say Agalu, you understand? So what I'm trying to say is, in essence, the woman and the landlady picking. I said be the landlady. So, but the person where he shop house rent, he shop like 2 years plus. So you understand? So the woman forcefully eject the person. So that one too clever enough. If you see some people to train and say, "Amagba, go station," he go station. He talks, say he get about 300 and something thousand inside house. Okay, when we go to the Aswani police station, I met with the IPO and this one, and we talk and everything. But the woman they claim say if you get 300,000 inside house, why you no pay my? And the letter I said that one no be issue. So to cut the long story short, we settled out of a police station. We said to them, say, okay, make una calm down this. So waiting they can't agree. We say that guy go spend 6 months free. You know, say 2 years before, but he go spend 6 months free to take arrange himself and go. So that they go release the woman too. Excuse me. To cut the long story short now, when the boy can't come out, he can't say him and his girlfriend didn't call to come back there. Say me the like same or silence they catch them. Say make the woman arrange 20,000, give her to take pack in things, come out. Now the two sides to this theory now be say some people stand say no, you are owing before they can never give you money. Spend the 6 months and go. The other proponent to the theory says since where no one come house, make una use house rent, give her 20,000. Now the woman is at the middle because she knows anything where she do. If you go back to police station and say she no follow agreement, waiting the law presupposes in
now that's why you have to first and foremost, that's why you have to be very careful when anger they catch you, when they angry. But I don't talk about one time with landlord tenants when they go remove roof, remove all these ones. I don't even talk about last week that even when you be the lender and you see the gra, you think that the person they chance you won't go rush the person. Anything can happen. That's why you have to control it. Number one, that's number one. Number two, we say that can as it don't happen so the woman still get the right to go getting money and that tenancy will pay. With criminal matter separate. I firstly eject you and what have you. but the way you don't take and do am now be say the right you don't lessen that right. You don't lessen him because he gets now. If he owe me for 3 years,
that woman lessen the right.
By what he did.
Because they lock him.
Because you have we call him self-help in law. You don't do self-help, and if you don't do self-help, yes, you don't do self-help. You don't you don't limit your chance. You don't limit your.
It's true now. That's a yellow rare law. Like you say.
Yes. They call it self-help.
The law is very funny.
So as you don't do self-help now, you don't limit your right because no law talk say landlord fee stay for your tenant fee of your house for no matter how long. Once you don't pay, even if na 2 years, if I know where you live, I go sue am, get my money back.
Once you no pay, even make it comot.
Now indebtedness to me.
So this woman now, where people talk say make you no give am extra 20,000, say like dash to take parking things.
Now you don't dey for a desperate situation.
Yes.
Now you say otherwise. He not supposed to pay that man nothing.
But want to fulfill more.
Because it's help. Who you help?
Michael. Good morning, yo. Michael.
Holy Michael. Descend. So you have to be don't talk. I beg, be very careful. Self-help na bad thing. It cause a lot of things. And I like the way input and where we say sometimes your rights you go don't spoil them because of that little push. We just push hanger. You go remove landlord tenant roof, or you go hit the tenant, you go fight tenants because they say insult you. All those kind of things, or somebody where they owe you, or or because they insult me because now how much I owe yourself, you go push them down because you get power pass them, or because you don't hear say the paper where you write, probably the paper not there to write. Self-help.
Barry.
So you don't enter like begin entirely.
Do you know what I come to realize again on this issue of self-help? Some people you are fighting with are clever enough to set you up.
Of course now.
I think that's where we need to be extremely careful.
Of course now.
They know in their mind that, okay, you owe me house rent now.
Of course now.
And they call you for phone.
Of course now.
You go there sleep for your friend house. You go just come 5 a.m. pick jeans and top, come out again. And you know in your mind, say, wait till you calculate, you say,
the day when you force the door.
What push this woman make it go break down? Which is the, and you do that for 6 months. I think sometimes.
Yes, I agree.
People now they know in their mind.
I agree. I mean, it's college. You know, in football, sometimes you go hit somebody, you go hit the ball against somebody, so that the ball will go across the line because you know what make the ball take your hand go across the line. So you go hit them against the best, make the ball
deflection.
Kule,
how you there?
Hello.
Kule.
Yes, hello.
Good morning,
Good morning from Ibadan, not from Oyo.
Okay. Oyo State. Where in Ibadan?
Okay, from Akubo in Ibadan.
Akubo, very close to where PFT Day. I hope so you know say PFT Day begin in December. Oh yeah, your question, please.
Okay. I have a property.
Yes.
And somebody has been living there for about 3 years.
Yeah.
He has not paid. And he keeps telling me one person is giving him money, he did a contract, he has not collected money. Up till now, he has not paid. What can I do?
Is that two things you can do. Number one, you can even sue him for money owed. That the man is owing him money independently. It's okay. I just want my money paid back. Or you can also get a lawyer to sue him for money that is owing you now. Regardless of whether he pay you or he no pay you, just get the case done, get the matter done. Hold the judgment for hand. Any day you can go and levy it. And you know one thing about the judgment, be say, if you take 10 years before you levy him, once you don't get judgment and there's no appeal against that judgment, I feel see that man for road for the next 5 years collecting car to pay for the money we owe you. So you have two options. Whether you say, okay, I want to sue him for money owed, or I want to sue him for rent indebted, for ejection, to eject him and to also get your money back from him. You know, any option. Another one be say, in that sense, you can take him to mediation center to help you to mediate whether you get. But after mediation, if you know the man no pay, there's nothing you can do. You have to go back to court again. So the best thing is to just go straight to court and to get your money back.
Frank, good morning.
Good morning, Barry, sir.
Hey, Franco. Thank you.
Yes, I'm calling from Niger State.
God bless you, sir. Welcome. I better ask your question. Fire.
It's in Abuja. We rented a property, just a self-contained apartment, and there was no any other condition. And the landlord, we are just 1 month old there. The landlord, not because we want a visitor, the landlord said we should pack out of the property. You can hear me?
I hear you, very well, Frank.
He said we should pack out of the property, that we are not supposed to be receiving visitor. Now, he brought out the tenancy agreement, claiming that we sublet and assigned, which is contrary to what is contained in the tenancy agreement, by receiving just one visitor. Now my question is, now he's saying he wants to refund us our money. Is it proper for us to collect that money, or should we insist that we have not breached any of the law, any the covenant that we had with him?
Yeah, thank you. I like what you say, Frank.
What a colleague of mine told me was that we should not leave.
Yeah.
If at all we want to leave, we should tell him to go and get all other accommodation. The money that all the inconveniences and everything, we should charge him.
Okay, you know, Frank, the real truth be say now the terms and conditions within that covenant, that agreement, now go determine. For instance, if I rent a house for you for 12 months, the difference say I rent one house for you for 1 year in law. 12 months and 1 year are two different things. 12 months, we say you they pay me for 12 months in advance. So if I won't quit you, I will give you 1 month notice. 1 year, we say you don't pay me for a whole 1 year. If I won't quit you, I will give you 6 months notice. So it depends on what you and him don't sign. If you be say na sign for 12 months, then it might have the right to say, okay, take the balance of the other months unspent. I'll just give you 1 month notice so that I can move away from my property, give you a quick notice and what have you. But if it's at 6 months, at 6 months, it cannot give you. You must finish your.
This is my friend from London. Kule, Otuwami Devi. He's a very good boy. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
We dey tell it's all right. I just finished speaking with him upstairs now. Bawoni.
Me and you, we know they the same level.
I never go Gule. I want to be trained because he don't dey Birmingham. Abi Tottenham lo wa ni. Because he don't dey Tottenham. Say Tottenham lo wa ni.
Let him ask his question. Can you ask your question?
Ìlú olo wa gan.
I'm in Birmingham.
You are in Birmingham. He's my boy, yo. I want to be training, no. Oh yeah, yes. Ask question.
Good morning, barrister.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Akule.
Yeah. What are the legal proceedings for? You know, like how am I going to put it this way?
So
Just close your mouth and wait. If you have a property, for example, and then you have people in there, initially they paid. You have this, even have a lawyer that in between that help you to do all the documentation, but they refuse to pay and they refuse to leave.
Yeah. It's bad. I can tell you, it's bad. And you know, the law here, as in England, is a bit skewed in favor of the tenants. It's just that in your own country, after a while,
it's not his country. He's a visitor in London. Many country.
Just like that, you find that after a while, there's a legal framework that can ease the process. But in Nigeria, that's why you have to be very careful about how you normally put your tenants into that property. When they don't pay, the condition will be how are they paying the money? How are they paying their rent? If you make them monthly tenants, it becomes easy to ask them to go after just giving a month notice. If you, like some tenancy agreement which I do, I only put 1 year. I they split them. Even no matter how you pay, I go split your tenancy into 12 months, which allows me to give you only 1 month notice if I won't give you no more notice.
Because when the law talk about 1 year different from
yes, because I know that there are so many default, and particularly when if you say if I say 1 year, because nowadays for Lagos, for instance, now only 1 year rent I fit get from you. So you give me 1 year rent, you give me commission for agency or commission for legal fees, and after 1 year you cannot pay. You cannot pay. So why am I going to be bothering my head? So I deliberately make sure that just that 1 year is 12 months. 12 months afterwards, I can quit you with ease, and that's all. So
Hansen, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Hansen. I'm calling from River State.
Okay, go ahead with your question, please.
All right. This is my inquiry. If someone is paying for an office space, maybe between the months of November or December, and you have not started using that place, you are about to use the place by January, please. Maybe at the end of the day, the lawyer or the agent in charge of the building will start from that month that you paid, whereby in that office you need to restructure it by pension and doing some other thing. But at the end of the day, they start that very month to cancel your rent. I want to know if it's right or wrong.
Yeah, answer. The simple truth is that, you see, when it comes to tenancy and landlord and tenants on that issue, it depends on your agreement. Some landlord will say that the moment you pay, whether you use it or not, they start counting from that date. So that will form part of your negotiation with them to say that I am not going to enter this place until this time. I want you to give me moratorium from this moment to this moment. Let it be an agreement, written agreement. Before they even give you receipt, okay, give me receipt starting from this day. If it's not agreed, then it cannot be agreed. Are you understanding me? Because as I'm telling you, just on my notes here, if there's an indulgence, if I indulge you, say, okay, because you enter, okay, spend one time or whatever, that indulgence might not necessarily be the legal thing. That's why when somebody is, when you're owing somebody, like you are a borrower, if the person say, okay, no pay now, pay later, it does not mean that your money, that liability is extinguished. So the same thing for tenancy. If you say January, you will come start, that's an indulgence. Don't count on it except they write it down for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Before we wrap up, I would like to say a very big thank you to the barrister. We don't do a lot of demystification to the tight issues. Thank you very much for demystifying it. And thank you to all our esteemed viewers. We appreciate you now.
Thank you.
And they keep us going. My name is never changed. I'm still Chief Olododo, the Mayweather of Entertainment, and the barrister.
Thank you very much. Now, well done. Happy new month in advance, and together we'll make them to the end of the year.
Amen.
So see you now. No, they're too smart by half. When you don't borrow money, pay them back because they cost wahala. People don't die because of that kind of thing. I beg.
Thank you.
God bless you.